Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Business Marketing Engine. And today, what I want to share with you is how you can double the results from your paid traffic campaign. This is something that is often overlooked. I have overlooked it in the past, and it's something that if you put in place, you can, in many cases, double your results. So stay tuned, and I'll share with you how that process works. So when we launch new marketing, I am always excited about it. I'm excited when we launch it for clients so we can see what results they're going to get. I'm excited when we launch it for ourselves. We launched a new campaign a few days ago internally, and we're already getting leads from it, which makes me very excited. Um, and so it's easy to get into launching an offer and jumping into it and just dive in and then forget a key component that when you add in can really lift the campaign and do even more for you. And that is remarketing. And the simplest way that I explain this to people, if you haven't talked through this before, you haven't experienced or you haven't actually known what the term is. If you've ever visited a big retailer online, I remember when I was talking to a client a few years ago, I was explaining this to him, and he said, "Yeah, recently, like I went on WeatherTech's site because I was thinking about getting new WeatherTech mats for my new car. I think he had bought like a Subaru or a new car." Um, and he's like, I love their WeatherTech mats. And so I was checking things out from them, but then I'm just too busy. I wasn't able to purchase what I wanted. And he said, for like the next 2 weeks, I had WeatherTech ads in my Facebook feed. I had WeatherTech ads on all the news sites I read. I had WeatherTech ads everywhere. And I said, yeah, I said, that's remarketing. It's because they saw that you were assumed that you were interested because you were checking out their products on their site. And so then they followed you around the internet with ads to remind you to come back and buy and to remind you of what they offered. And it's one of the simplest things that we often overlook. And it's overlooked because, again, I know for me, it's easy to get excited about the main offer, especially if we're getting conversion or traffic from it. It's easy to think that all I have to do is get somebody to my page. And if I have all the other components that we've talked about this week in traffic, like congruency and a strong offer, and we're getting all the right results, it's easy to think, I've got it. That's it. In reality, what I've learned is there's essentially three categories of people that are going to view your offer, your information, are going to see your business and what you're trying to sell them. You're going to have the first group, which I like to call the 5%. The 5% is like, I have a problem now. I want to solve it now. I'm going to buy now. It's typically going to be about that 5% mark. Then you're going to have 15% of people that are like, I think I want to do this. So I'm checking it out. I'm probably going to buy something soon. And they fall in that 15% mark. And then you have 80% of people that will check something out. They're just halfway interested, or they just happen to see something and they're not ready to buy yet. They're not going to be ready to buy for a while. It could be weeks or months or maybe even years. And as marketers, it's important for us to not forget about the 15% and the 80%, those other two categories. Yes, of course, we want to get the people that want to buy now. We absolutely need to be in a place where we can serve them and deliver the solution. But if we forget about the other two categories, we're leaving 95% of people that we could be serving. We're not going to reach them because we don't have a strategy in place to show up consistently so that when they're ready to buy, they trust us and we're the only option in their mind. And just like I always share with people, like just like when you refer somebody, when somebody says like, hey, do you know a person that can do this service, or do you know where I can go for this? Oftentimes when we make a referral, it's to somebody that we know and trust. And the only reason that we know and trust them is because we've interacted with them multiple times. Maybe we did business with them, or maybe we see their content consistently, or we just know how they show up. So we have confidence that they can take good care of somebody that's asking us for where to go and who to work with. The same principle can be in place when we put effective remarketing in, where the more somebody sees our brand, our name, and recognizes who we are, the more we're going to have trust and a placement in their mind. So when the pain level gets high enough, or when that need gets strong enough, they're going to be like, yep, I know who to work with because I've seen their content over and over. I've seen them, reach out to me. I know who they are. And so remarketing from a technical standpoint is fairly straightforward. You want to have a main direct traffic source, whatever that might be. We've talked about paid traffic this week. We've talked about direct mail. There's a lot of different ways to drive somebody to your website, to your landing page, to that offer. But once they get there, you want to make sure that you have a pixel from Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, large ad network you're using that says, hey, Gabe viewed this page. And because of that, then you can show display ads, you can show other content to me that is not going to be the same campaign and the same, traffic as the direct click, like I want this now. It's going to be that branding traffic. So as long as I can track you with a cookie and know that you visited my page, or there's multiple different ways to do that tracking, then you can follow somebody around the internet until they're ready to buy. And so regardless of what campaign you're running right now, ask yourself, if you're running it, or check with your agency, or come to us. I'd be glad to look at it for you and give you my recommendations. Ask yourself, how can we add on effective remarketing that essentially builds our brand presence, builds our mind share with this audience, especially for the 15% that are thinking about it, but they're not quite ready to buy. And for the 80%, they're like, I don't know when I'm interested, but I just kind of checked it out. Those two categories, those two groups of people have customers in there for you, and they need to be marketed to. You need to continue to show up in front of them so that when that need arises, you are the solution they go to. I hope that's been helpful, help you think about a way that you can potentially double your traffic. I've seen people double their traffic with this, but ultimately any more traffic that you're getting from people that already have some familiarity with you is going to be helpful and effective. So if this has been useful for you, if you need any help with it, just comment below, shoot me a message, or head over to businessmarketingengine.com. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today and look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode.